We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. I just got off work. It is 6 a.m. I think it's November 5th. Remember the 5th of November. Man, I didn't even realize it was November 5th already. Otherwise, I would have planned like a Guy Fawkes episode or something. Because he was an actual dude, and I don't know that. If I would have known that, I would have had a Guy Fawkes episode come out today. But yeah, man, it is getting cold out there. It's freezing here in Kentucky. Tonight was a pretty chill night at work, though. Had to stop and get some gas on the way home. Actually, a very slow night. Like, I work 9 to 5 and got everything done and picked up by, I think it was like 4 a.m. So the whole last hour I spent just conditioning the shelves. Real small truck, which is not a good thing, you know. We had upper management basically give us all a heads up that if we need to get canned vegetables, now's the time, because he already said there's already shortages kicking in, which I've been warning everybody for the whole past year, you know, and I have coworkers and stuff that are silly gooses, man. Like, I was sitting on smoke break with one of my buddies the other night. We got a new guy, which I mentioned on other episodes. We were just sitting there smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, yeah, I guess my boss was saying, you know, I was talking to the other guy, I was like, you know, I guess I just try not to mention names, you know. But I was like, yeah, they mentioned, hope you all are stocked up on canned vegetables, you know, because we're supposed to have a shortage. And the new guy was like, a shortage? Why? I just looked over my shoulder because he was sitting behind me in the car, and I was like, where have you been, like, all year, and, you know, the past 2 years? Like, you can't shut the entire world down and expect everything to just be fine, you know. All these people losing their jobs because of the quote-unquote bug, and or just these mandates, you know. I mean, I'm looking to lose my job, you know. I heard today, my buddy was telling me on one of the smoke breaks, he's like, well, the whole 100 employee plus rule doesn't apply anymore. They just passed it to where every employee has to get the mosquito bite or lose their job, you know. So I'm like, well, I was already expecting it. I already knew this day would come, so I don't really know what to say. I mean, there's no point in stressing because there's nothing I can do about it. I got a buddy who's into farming. Maybe I could find something like that, or cleaning people's houses, or probably sell as much stuff as I can to keep afloat. I got a guitar upstairs. I got a chest full of old comic books. I'm sure I could make a decent amount of money off that. I'll just sell all my shit. I really don't care, man. It sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna comply. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do the shout outs, get those out of the way. If you're watching on YouTube, you can listen to us in audio only format because some people like to do that while they're working, listen while they're on their phone with headphones on, and saves the battery and stuff. You can find us on Breaker, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Spotify, Anchor, and you can find some stuff on BitChute. If you want to watch visually, you can find us on YouTube and YouTube. And if you're an audio listener and you're only an audio listener, go ahead and go to like YouTube or YouTube and go subscribe over there. Because we put out stuff besides podcasts. Sometimes we got ghost hunting videos. Sometimes we got taste test videos, cooking videos, just content in general. And some people like to put a face to a voice, you know. But that's it for an update. All right, so this is conspiracy related, and it's kind of a little recap for I'd been covering high impact flicks and RV and all their beef and stuff. And after I did the episode I did that day, the last episode I had done on the whole high impact flicks RV drama, I hadn't really been keeping up with YouTube. I've been using Spotify lately and binging Last Podcast on the Left because I had started listening to them, just kind of like bootlegged version that somebody had uploaded on YouTube. And my wife finally downloaded Spotify for me, and they're on Spotify, so I've been listening to them and honestly just been going through whatever episodes I hadn't heard yet, and there's a shit ton on there, so haven't really been keeping up with my usual channels, you know. But I jumped over to Conspiracy Castle's channel because I had heard that his mom had died, and I just heard about that. So I went over on, it was one of my days off, and sat there and just kind of caught back up on a couple of videos that he'd put out. And the whole thing was pretty sad. I found out he never really did say, he did a live stream and he was all teary-eyed and stuff, and he never really did say what it was, but I'm thinking it was the beer bug, because he was showing pictures of her and getting teary-eyed and stuff and talking about it, almost crying and stuff, just explaining what had been going on. And basically he's pissed at the hospital they were in. I think it was like Baylor Hospital or something. He lives out in Texas. And the pictures, it looked like she was hooked up to a respirator, and he was explaining they had to tie her down to the bed and stuff because she kept wanting to tear it off of her face and stuff. So today I ordered a t-shirt from him. I wanted to, I don't know, anytime, like I have like 3 different podcast t-shirts. One of them was Paranormal Roundtable. His mom had died. It's just earlier this year sometime, and I bought a t-shirt, you know. The other one I bought was a Flat Earth British. I like him, and he had been going through some stuff with the American IRS, and he was getting teary-eyed on one podcast, and I don't know. I just, anytime, like, I don't have a whole lot of money, but each t-shirt that I bought off of these other channels, it seems like just a spree of bad luck, you know, has been going on in the truth community. And a lot of people think like we make tons of money off a podcast, and it's like we really don't. You know, Paranormal Roundtable, they almost had to stop because he was losing money doing it. Flat Earth British, this was his only income, and where the IRS is getting him, like, because he apparently owes a bunch of taxes to America, even though he lives in England, and he's not making much. He said he might have to pick up a part-time job because normally he makes his money off of YouTube, and writing books. And I don't know, just if I don't sell merch or anything. I had someone say that I was a shill, and it's like, what, you have to like sell merch and push product to be a shill. I don't sell anything, dude. I make very little from Anchor, my sponsor. We're on episode like 140 something, and I've only made $8 and something cents. So yeah, but yeah, I'll probably I'll show you guys the T-shirt, man. It's pretty dope. It's like Conspiracy Castle, like Alex Stein looking all gangster with a machine gun in his hand. It's ridiculous. But yeah, just give him some support, give him some nice comments. Check his stuff out. I like his stuff, and yeah, if you guys got some money, always remember these. Like, remember you're consuming free content, and I'm not getting on to you all. I do it too, so I try to throw a bone to these other podcasters and stuff, And I don't know, maybe you guys should too, Try to help them out, because most of the time we're putting in more money than if even making any money. So, well, I would rather be covering the finale of the Madeline Smith episode that I was doing. It's a 3-part series, because that's a little more fun and a little less depressing, but I feel that this is more pressing of an issue. At first, man, when all this nonsense started, I didn't think they would go after the kids. And I shouldn't even say kids, because kids are what you call baby goats. I didn't think they would go after the children. And I don't know. Because the elites love children, and we all know that. For not the same reasons that a normal, sane person loves children, but I didn't think they'd go after the kids at first. And then the further on and the more they flip-flopped and the more they said they weren't going to do something and then they do it and turn around and do it, I'm like, dude, they're going to get the kids next. They're going to get the kids next. Now, if you tune in, you'll see the main image if you're watching on a visual format. This poor thing, it's a kidney transplant. The patient's name is Sophia Silva Maya. She's 5 years old. She looks terrified in the picture. Getting V-word by Nurse Kelly Vanderwen. Well, you just committed murder, woman. And by the way, these nurses, you know how many nurses keep coming out and are whistleblowing? Like, they're not stupid. And I wish I could feel bad for them, but they've been injecting these people with this nonsense for a while now. So they know what it does. And now they're all losing their jobs, and they want us to feel bad for them because they're pushing for mandates. And it's like, you knew what it did. You had the chance to whistleblow. And you danced on TikTok during the whole time. I don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry. Sorry. You can lose your job like the rest of us. But this is from Lexington Herald Leader. I get free papers where I work. They throw out the old, and I usually look on the front cover, and if something catches my eye, and I've been waiting and looking for this because I'd heard through rumors that they were pushing it on the babies, man. I was watching BitChute earlier this morning, and I seen I believe it's Australia. I think it was could have been Alex Jones. Yes, I watch Alex Jones. But I think he was reporting on it, how in Australia, like schools and stuff, anyone from the age of like 6 to 17, that they don't need the parents' consent to get bit by the mosquito. And the school boards and stuff were saying that basically, the UN gives them the power to do that, which the UN doesn't give them the power to do that. They're breaking Nuremberg Code. And I hope this puts a fire under some people's butts, because now it's your children. Your children are next. It's one thing to lose a job. Yeah, that sucks. It's one thing if you are willing to do it for your family, but they're getting the babies now. And I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I listen to a shit ton of different doctors who can't speak about it on YouTube, or you have to go on BitChute and you have to go on alternative sites. But these are straight up doctors. So it always cracks me up when someone's like, oh, where are you getting your information from? Doctors. What, like one or two crazy ones? No, I've listened to about like 20 different ones who are literally saying you will die if you drink this wizard potion. And it's not going to be instant death. It'll be like 2 years from now is what they're all saying. So, yeah, have fun with that. I'll go out to the woods before I die. I'm not going to commit suicide, But yeah, we'll get into this article. Now it's younger kids' turn for the COVID-19 blah, blah, blah injections. And this is by Lindsay Tanner of Associated Press. Hugs with friends, birthday parties indoors, pillow fights. School children who got their beer bug mosquito bites Wednesday said that these are the pleasures they look forward to as the U.S. enters a major new phase in fighting the pandemic. They could have been doing that already if their parents weren't idiots. See, I'm a 90s kid. We used to have these awesome things called chickenpox parties and stuff, where people would purposely infect their children with chickenpox. And they've already said if you catch this beer bug that you get the I forget the word for it, the antibodies, once you just get through it. And they've already said children are most likely to survive. I think it's a 99.96 survival rate in general. So yeah, that's on the parents being sheep. Oh, by the way, someone hit me up in the comments the other day too, saying that I used the word sheep, that was it's what the CIA and the Mossad use when they call people. And it's like, dude, I've heard it from Bill Cooper. He's one of my heroes, and it just stuck with me. It perfectly describes someone, But I also use blue-pilled and all sorts of other terms. So, yeah, I'm not going to change the way I talk. Sorry. Health officials hailed mosquito bites for kids aged 5 to 11, even though it's not necessary for children, as a major breakthrough after more than 18 months of illness, hospitalizations, deaths, and disrupted education. Well, if you guys would stop labeling everything the beer bug, then, Kid-sized doses of the Pfizer BioNTech V-word cleared 2 final hurdles Tuesday. I love how they say it like it's a good thing. Recommendation from the CDC advisors, followed by a green light from Dr. Rochelle Walensky, director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. By the way, I seen that was another thing too. CDC. It was either CDC or the FDA or something. But they were talking about green lighting the mosquito bites. And this was like basically like a Skype or whatever, like, a meeting, an online meeting. And the guy was like, how do we know if it'll work? And, well, we won't know if it works until we just inject them with it. Wow. Shows how much you guys care about our general health. And I mean, they're all in on it. It's Agenda 21. You all know. At a Decatur, Georgia pediatrician's office Wednesday, 10-year-old Mackenzie Olson took off her black leather jacket and rolled up her sleeve as her mother looked on. I see my friends, but not the way I want to. I want to hug them, play games with them, and we don't normally get to, and have a pillow fight with her best friend, Mackenzie said after getting her mosquito bite. By the way, man, if you're not letting as a parent, and you are not letting your child play with other children because you're so terrified that they're going to get sick, and with a disease that has a 99.96 survival rate, I consider that, in my opinion, child abuse. And I could be just over dramatic. I'll let you all be the judge of that, and I really don't care if you give me hate in the comment sections, but that's freaking child abuse, dude. Do you know how much mental shit these kids are going through? Like the suicide rates of children and kids and stuff. It's insane. It is insane. You guys are permanently screwing your kids up, putting face diapers on them and not letting them be children. I mean, this is like you only get to be a kid once in life, and you're just ruining it for them. Shame on you. Children's Medical Group site. With the federal government promising enough V-word to protect the nation's 28 million kids in this age group. So 28 million, are going to kick the bucket. Nice. Pediatricians' offices and hospitals began inoculating children with schools, pharmacies, and other locations, planning to follow suit in the days ahead. Brian Giglio, 40, of Alexandria, Virginia, brought his 18-year-old son, Carter, in for the V-word at Children's National Hospital in Washington, D.C., where kids with underlying conditions were given first dibs. So yeah, there you go. Kill off the sickly first. This boy had type 1 diabetes. This kid must be chubby, and I ain't trying to be mean, but I've never heard of kids getting diabetes unless they're overweight, I would imagine. I could be wrong though. I'm not a health physician. That puts him at risk for complications if he were to become infected. Well, he's going to have complications now. Carter is the last in our house to get the V-word, and he was always the one that we had most concern about, Giglio said. So the whole damn house has got it. Good job, man. And so today is like a hallway pass for us to begin living life again. You hear that? Today is like a hallway pass. Oh, almost kind of like a, Star of David on your shoulder, man. It's like a hallway pass for us to begin living life again, and we couldn't be more thankful to everybody that has been involved in this process to helping us feel that freedom that we feel today. What freedom? You're still going to have to wear your face diaper. Now you're going to have one more card in your wallet you got to carry around. Have you never read a World War II history book? Am I just crazy, or just people just uneducated and do not find any of this shit fucking creepy? Carter said he can't wait to leave mask behind. No, you're not. They've already said you still have to wear your mask, dumb fuck. Once he's fully V-word, so he can smell the things he used to be able to smell without it. That's so fucking sad. I'm ready to trash it, he said. Though the CDC still recommends masks in schools and indoor public spaces where the beer bug activity is high, even for the fully V-word. Kate Ziegler Amon, 10 years old, arrived with her mom and was the first in line Wednesday for the drive-through V-word at Viral Solutions in Atlanta. The girl bounced around in the car in excitement. That's so freaking creepy, dude, and so dark. It's so sad, these children are actually excited for their own demise, and they don't even know it. It's kind of like, you know what it reminds me of, is if you guys ever seen that movie Schindler's List, when they're playing, the children's music, and the parents are on one side of the fence, and in come the Nazis, and they're playing this children's music, and all the children are singing, and they're getting the kids to come out of their little houses, and basically lining them up and just la 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 la, and they're walking over to the trains, putting them on the trains. And there's a couple kids who are figured out, oh man, this is some evil shit going on, and they hide in basically the shitter, man. It's dark, man. It's so dark and so fucking sad, but people will watch that and not, you know, coincide it with what's right in front of their face in reality. So yeah, this poor thing's bouncing around in the back seat, which she broadcast live on her computer during morning announcements at her elementary school. Afterward, Kate said she was very, very, very excited and very happy, looking forward to hugging her friends and celebrating her birthday indoors next month, instead of having a freezing cold outside birthday party. Your parents are so fucking dumb. Dude, I'd just be like, invite everyone you want, you know. Whoever shows up, shows up. If they don't, they don't. I'm not standing out in the fucking cold. Yeah, well, let's all die from pneumonia so we don't catch a 99.96 survival rate beer bug. But pneumonia we can all catch, though. Real bright, real bright. Hartford Hospital in Connecticut V-worded 7 youngsters Tuesday night, minutes after CDC's director gave the okay, and 3 more early Wednesday, mostly staffers' children. The kids were waiting on standby for the CDC announcement, said Eric Arlia, senior pharmacy director for Hartford Healthcare in Connecticut. One girl squeezed her eyes shut, and a little boy barely flinched as they got their V words. And other waiting children applauded. Local media video showed. It feels like another important step to the journey on being able to V-word as many people as we can and put this pandemic to an end, Arlia said. Oh, by the way, this will never end. So all these sheeple that are getting this will not be the end. And now you guys have to get boosters for the rest of your life. So have fun with that. I can't stand needles, so, you know. The V word, 1/3 the dose given to the older children and adults and administered with kid-sized mosquito bites. Required 2 doses 3 weeks apart. Put 2 more weeks of full protection. Protection from what? I thought it didn't protect you and you could still pass it. So, and you can still catch it. So what is the point? That means children who get V-word before Thanksgiving will be covered by Christmas. The timing before winter holidays is very fortunate, said Dr. Jennifer Shue, whose children's medical group office in Decatur, Georgia, began Ving first thing Wednesday. This age group will be able to spend holidays with friends and families more safely than they have been able to since the start of the pandemic. Thousands of pediatricians pre-ordered doses, and Pfizer began shipments soon after the Food and Drug Administration decision Friday to authorize emergency use. Pfizer said it expects to make 19,000 shipments totaling about 11 million doses in the next several days, and millions will be available to order on a weekly basis. Authorities said that they expected a smooth rollout, unlike the chaos that plagued the national rollout of the V's for adults nearly a year ago. That's funny. There was so much chaos that they literally were having to get rid of them and send them to other countries because no one wanted them. Let's see. Thousands of pediatricians. Okay, sorry. Walgreens planned to start kids' V-words on Saturday and said parents could sign up starting Wednesday online or by calling 1-800-WALGREENS. CVS was also accepting appointments online and by phone at select pharmacies starting Sunday. Well, you know what they said, your drug dealer always is standing on the corner. But yeah, I figured I'd let you guys know. They're getting the kids now. It's starting with them. But I don't know. It is what it is. I just thought it would be important to share with you all that the kids are next. And yeah, it's not looking good. Hopefully in my next episode we can go ahead and just cover some true crime or something paranormal, something fun. But sadly, with what's going on, this is more pressing and more urgent and more relevant And, I do this channel for entertainment for people, but I also try to inform and wake people up, and that's all I can do. You all have a good day.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.